Okay, we're going to tie a dubbing loop leech. So what we have in the vise here is a size 12 curved shank Umpqua hook. I'm going to be using a 140 ultra thread, and this is in chartreuse. So we'll start about mid hook shank. Wrap it down, cut it off, and rock and roll. Just rock and roll. Drop it down to the bend. For our dubbing, we're going to use Ice Dub UV Black again. We're going to take a pinch of it. About midway through that pinch, we're going to set it on here. Loose wrap, tighten it down, 2 wraps. Take that over and go ahead and cinch that down to where it's kind of round. I take a wrap and back as well, just to stand that up a little bit better. And make a few wraps. And then we're going to pull out our thread like this. And we're going to run that loop. So you can see here I have a loop in my finger. And then we're just going to cinch that loop down and bring our thread back to the front of the hook. Now with this loop in my finger, I'm going to take the same dubbing and we're just going to pull out chunks of it, and we're just going to feed it into this loop. Just like so. This might be a little more than we need. And we're just going to take whatever thing you happen to have. I have a dubbing loop holder here, and then I'm just twisting that loop up. You can see just tighten that up, and while you're doing this you can kind of coax a little bit more of it up to the very top there so that we don't have a spot. And then we're just going to wrap that dubbing loop around, try and keep it relatively even here. You can kind of coax that dubbing where you want it. You can always wrap back around if you want a little bit thicker body. We're going to brush all this out anyway. Once you get towards the head, you're going to leave some space towards the head because we're also going to put a little chartreuse hot spot on here with the same thread that we're using. So about here, I'm just going to take and wrap that around, bring it back around the fly, peel that back, give it a couple more wraps. I'll grasp that 1 or 2 more times, partly because I want a thicker hot spot on here, and the more thread the better, and also because I don't want my dubbing loop coming undone. So here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut this dubbing loop portion out of it. That's out, and now we're just going to build this little chartreuse hot spot on this leech. So this seems to work really well in the chartreuse green as well as pink and red for the hot spot. And you don't normally have to put this much on, but since I had a few dubbing fibers in that hot spot, I had to do a couple more. And the whip finish 2, 3, 4, something like that. We're going to go ahead and coat this anyway with a UV resin, so it arguably looks a bit like an egg sucking leech as well. This is just the Solar Res, use whatever. So I just put a clump on top and then I'll tease it out with the dubbing needle. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'm not trying to get it perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Fish don't care. Only the fly tire cares. Okay, good enough. Hit it with the light. Cure it up. Then we're just going to take a dubbing brush, and really it's not that necessary if you get the proportions were right with the dubbing loop, but for the sake of the video we'll go ahead and tease her out, clean it up a little bit. There you go. There's the dubbing loop leech with a hot spot on the head. Hope you enjoyed it.